All right, Connor, well, it's not your first game at Adelaide Oval, but your first game in front of a Port Adelaide crowd. Just tell us a little bit when you ran out. How was that team entry today?
Oh, it's a pretty surreal experience. I think there was roughly 40,000 there last week, but 40,000 here is completely different. Best fans in the country by a mile, and when we run out, never tear us apart. Something I'll never forget, and to get the win at the end of the day as well makes it that much more special.
So when we're standing up singing "Never Tear Us Apart," you can definitely hear it when you're going back to your position.
Oh, it's so loud. You could be talking to someone 5 metres away and you can't hear them. So, yeah, like I said before, some of the best fans in the country. They're so loud, and when it got close in the game as well, it's so loud you can't hear anything out there.
Definitely loud. And mate, yourself. So I think you missed out on a goal last week, but you snagged a couple in the second quarter today. How was that? Just tell us a bit about that. So obviously a special moment kicking your first goal, but then also you followed up with 2, I think.
Yeah, pretty awesome. That 5-10 minutes of play. Get my first one was pretty awesome, especially in my first home game, and the crowd, like I said before, they're awesome. So when I kicked that goal, it was so loud, and the atmosphere was pretty amazing. So to kick the one after that as well makes it double as special. So to get a couple on the board is good, and hopefully you can build on this and kick 3 or something next week.
How are you finding AFL footy? You've had two games now. You played seniors last year, so you've played against men. Just tell us a bit about the pace of the game and how you're finding that.
Yeah, it's definitely a step up. Every grade that I've played has been a step up, coming from 18s to reserves to league and now AFL. So yeah, there's a pretty big step up. The intensity rises, and especially with the crowd and the atmosphere. It's pretty hard to communicate out on the ground. So it's been a big step up. But I think all 3 of the young boys and Drew as well, who have come in this year, have been pretty solid, and we've definitely helped to get the first couple of wins on the board.
Beautiful. Well, it was a pretty scrappy game. Got pretty wet. I sit out in the crowd. I heard people around me. You picked the ball cleanly in the wet quite a few times out here, so everyone was happy with that. But how did you just go with it? It got wet. Carlton got on top. What do you think we did to sort of get a bit of momentum back our way?
I think it definitely starts in the middle. We've got a pretty good midfield, and yeah, it starts in the middle from after a goal from the centre bounce, and stoppages around the ground as well. If we win the ball and get it going forward, we can surge it by handball or just kicking along the ground, especially when it's wet. So the midfield was really good today. Rocky was really good. Motts, yeah, they were really good, and that helps us forwards play in front. Kick a few snags as well.
Beautiful. One last question. So obviously you're new to the club, but today you've played first game Robbie Gray's 200th game last week, and Westie's 250th. Just tell me a little bit about how that is. As you're only 18, 19 yourself, coming up, and they're your first 2 games. How much does that sort of mean to you? But also around the group, can you sort of feel that everyone got up a little bit more for those 2 guys?
Yeah, 100%. We watched a few clips before the game, the highlights of Westie and what he's done in his career on and off the field. So to play in such a special game with Robbie last week and Westie this week, and to get them both to win so we can carry him off, it's pretty awesome. And I don't think we have any milestones next week, but yeah, the first couple games have been pretty awesome, playing 200 and 250 games.
Beautiful. Thanks, Connor. Well done, buddy.